Hi guys, Eva here, and today I'm going to do a book and graphic novel haul. The deal is that I had a really bad day. I was at Waterstone at Piccadilly today and I bought two books, so I said, okay, I have enough to do a haul. Plus I need to kind of buy books for myself in order for me to feel better for this shitty day. So without further ado, let's get started. I will start with the books and then the graphic novels. I write down here the time I'll start with the graphic novels, so in case you're just not interested in the books, you can skip it. So without further ado, let's get started. The first thing I have here is Dead House Gate by Steven Erikson, and this is the second book in the Malazan Empire series, which is a 10-book series. I did read the first book in the series this month, so it will be in my wrap-up, and I enjoyed it enough to want to continue on, and enjoyed enough to want to continue on. And this is an high fantasy, epic fantasy. It's a really complex world, but I was missing a really good fantasy, but I was missing a complex and like long fantasy in my life. I read the first book, I said this probably is it. I like the writing. This book was written 10 years later than the first one, so I'm really curious to see how the writing style changed, but I am also eager to get back in this world and with the old characters, which many of them I liked. Then I have Let's Pretend This Never Happened by Jenny Lawson, and this is a mostly true memoir by Jenny Lawson, and I wanted to read a book by her for such a long time, and then I found this in a used bookstore, I think. It's quite beaten, but I love this cover. I heard that she talks about serious topic as, for example, depression, but she does that in a funny way. Her books make you think, but at the same time laugh out loud. I'm happy to add this to my non-fiction collection. Then I've got a book that I received for my birthday. This is an Italian title, so this is Caravaggio Enigma by Alex Conno, but the English title is Caravaggio Without Hope or Fear. I'll put the cover here. It's probably a thriller. It gives me vibes of like the Da Vinci Code, which I did enjoy back in the days. If by any chance you know this is like first, second in a series, if this is not the first in the series, I will have to buy the first one, which is annoying. The film. Then I got The Female of the Species by Mandy McGuinness, and this is a fiction book about this girl that her sister got kidnapped, probably raped and killed, and the culprit was never caught. The sister set out to basically find the culprit and punish him. That's what I know. The synopsis behind it's a tad different, so I guess I will find out as soon as I read it, but I've heard great things about author and about this book in particular, about the message it gives about sexual violence, which is definitely something that I am interested in reading. Then I got Turtles All the Way Down by John Green. Of course I had to pick this up. First of all, I did love The Fault in Our Stars by John Green. I'm not a fan of the rest of his books, but I heard that this is good, that it's like the old John Green. And this is quite short. Edition jacket poster. Oh, jacket poster. So this is the limited edition with the jacket poster, which means that we have this inside. I think this is about this girl that she's 16 years old and she decided to investigate about this billionaire that went missing or something like that. And there is a reward. And yeah, I just hope it's funny and light and all John Green, like Fault in Our Stars John Green, which, okay, Fault in Our Stars is not really light and fluffy, but it still give me all the feelings while making me laugh. So that's what I hope for. Ta-da! Oh, then I have L'Amica Geniale by Elena Ferrante. This is, you probably know this with the English cover. This went around quite a bit on BookTube, and Elena Ferrante, she is an Italian author and since Italian is my first language. I bought this when I was in Italy because I wanted to try her writing style, which everybody loved in English, so translated I wanted to try the original writing style since I can. I will see. It didn't seem like the synopsis didn't seem like something that I would enjoy, as it was basically following these women through their life, living in Naples. It follows these two friends from where they were children up to the point that they got married and whatever, so all their life. And I think there are more than one books, but I will try these, see how it is, as the synopsis is not something that appealed to me, but I've heard so many great things that I was like, I'm gonna try, maybe I'm gonna love this. Then I've got the book that I'm actually currently reading, and this is The Lightning Struck Heart by T.J. Klune. Heart, whatever, go with it for today, okay? This is a fantasy, but I would say more kind of like comedy book. So this is about Sam. Sam is a 20 years old apprentice of the king wizard, and he will have to become the next wizard for the king, and he is madly in love, and we found this at the beginning, with Ryan Foxhart. And Ryan Foxhart is the commander of the guards, but he is also betrothed to the prince. So you have, in this mixture, you have a gay unicorn without his horn and a half giant that all he says is basically I smash things. And now, this is not for everybody. It is a fantasy, but it's heavily on the romantic side, and the sexual puns are really something. It's really sexual, this book. I read the first pages and I was like, this is something that I like. It's humor that I can enjoy. But I will suggest to try out the first pages. Maybe you can find it on Amazon, like have a look inside or something. And try if you may like the writing, because it is vulgar. I'll put it out there. It's really orientated on the relationship, and although it's such funny book, not for young readers, definitely. So it's a try and see if something you might like. Also, like the romance inside between the commander of the guards and Ryan and Sam, it's like it's the main plot part. Said that, it's so funny. It's definitely a different kind of fantasy. Never read a book like this. And it's kind of refreshing, kind of like outrageous, really great read. So I am halfway through, so we will see at the end. But just read carefully. Then I've got the two books that I bought for me today, because I really needed them. And those are, first one, My Best Friend's Exorcisms by Grady Hendrix. And look at this cover. With a prize, yes. When I saw this cover, I was immediately attracted. Now, I'm not into horror film, as I don't get why people would watch something that is made just with the sole purpose of scaring the living shit out of them. So don't watch horror. But I do appreciate it. Like movie cover. This is clearly like taken from the 80s. Or like one booktubers, I don't remember the name. I'm horrible like that. That said that if you had to read just one book this year, that should be it. Here I am, reading it. And this is about two girls, but one of them suddenly starts behaving weirdly, and I guess there is an exorcism involved. And the last book we have is The Seven Deaths of Evelyn Hardcastle by Stuart Turton. I don't know. Now, I went to Waterstone and this was all over the place. And it was like, I thought about that book. First of all, let's appreciate the fact that you have the map inside. And this is kind of really cool. It reminded me of Cluedo, the game, which I loved. And so when I saw it, it was like, mine. It's basically a murder mystery with some kind of sci-fi elements, paranormal elements in it. And basically, at this party, Evelyn gets killed and Aiden has to solve the mystery, but Evelyn doesn't get killed just once. Until Aiden can actually find the killer, the day keeps repeating itself, and every morning he wakes up in the body of one of the guests in the house on that day. He keeps reliving the same day. Evelyn always dies, and he is always in a body of somebody else. And it sounded great. It sounded like everything I wanted in a book. It's chunky, yes, and I'm really happy with this book, and this book is what saved the day for me today. So hopefully it will be a great read. I really hope so. Now, graphic novel parts. Of course, got Saga, which I've not read yet because I suck at that game. Volume 8 by Fiona Staples and Brian K. Vaughan. I've talked about this for so many times that I'm not going to repeat myself, plus I'm pretty sure you're familiar with Saga, right? If you're not, you should be. I haven't read these. I should have. Moving on. Then on the same trend we have Weekend of the Divine, Imperial Phase Part 2 by Dylan McKelvey, Wilson and Cowles. And this is the first one I didn't particularly love. I'm curious to see the second part of his Imperial Phase. How it will go. But art is awesome. Story was really good. First volumes at least. And yeah, we will see when I read it. Now, the last two things I've got are Alice in Sunderland and Entertainment by Bergam. Charlotte? Why do you write the name in such a weird character that... Now, I have no idea what this is. This is by Brian Talbot. I got it from the back. And this is, I think, kind of like half truth, half fantasy about how Alice in Wonderland was written and the place that Lewis Carroll was living, and as you can tell I have no idea, but I will know when I read it. I think it's just weird, and the like style is like that, but I saw this in the Waterstone another day and I found them used, and it was such a like weird and interesting that I found it for cheap used, and so like, yeah, I'm gonna buy that because okay, it's a cover buy, okay? And then the last one, which is a cover buy, but I'm so excited because it's also like a story buy, which I don't know if you can say, is Hellboy Volume 1, Seed of Destruction, Wake the Devil by Michael Mignola with John Bryan. And this is the library edition, which is this awesome, beautiful, huge hardcover collection. And the pages are awesome and the art looks awesome. It's a Hellboy, which I've not read before, but this book is bigger than me. But I have watched the movies, of course, and it's just, it looked so nice. I definitely want to collect all of them. And it looks so nice, like with the cover, and like half pages are black. And so yeah, definitely the art was something that I enjoyed. I can murder someone with this. Good things I think about, right? And that's it. And I'll see you next time. Hopefully I will have had a better day. If you're new, we'd love for you to subscribe, so hit the button down below. Enjoy the rest of your day. Ciao!